Okay, here we go. So quadratic graphs, I think this is worth talking about. Anything of the form, something x squared plus something x plus something, even if these things are zero, if there's an x squared in it, it's a quadratic. Okay, and there's some key features to know. So these bits here, where it crosses the x-axis, effectively the x-intercepts, they are known as the roots. So these are the solutions of where the quadratic equals zero. So when you're asked to solve a quadratic algebraically equal to zero, whether you used formula, factorizing, your calculator, what you're actually finding graphically is where it crosses the x-axis. Because the x-axis is actually the line y equals zero. So you're sort of doing a simultaneous equation with y equals this graph and y equals zero. And the points where they cross are called the roots. They are the solutions to that quadratic equation. Cool. Now, the y-intercept is kind of always this plus c bit, a little bit like straight line graphs where you do y equals mx plus c, because what's happening here is the y-axis is actually the line x equals zero. And if you put x is zero into this equation, those bits disappear. So y just ends up equaling the plus c number. And that could be a negative number as well. That's fine. But that comes from that part of the equation. Okay, so that's the y-intercept and the roots. They're key features. Another key feature on a quadratic becomes a lot more important at A level, but it's actually the turning point. Now, we can find the turning point in a number of different ways, but it's the lowest point, or it's the bit, if it's a negative quadratic, it's the highest point, where it obviously turns and goes back up the other way. So that is a key feature as well, which some of your calculators will find, and you can find by completing the square. You can also find it, if you've got the roots, by finding the halfway point, and that gives you the x value of the turning point. So there's lots of different ways you can find this, but on a graph, you could, of course, just even read it off.